And I would like to welcome each one of you who have joined this meeting as the voice of Indian community virtual town hall. Some of the topics that we'll be discussing is around health insurance and law and order, education, and much more. I would like to welcome Pastor John Spurgeon of Nashville, and he'll be leading us in our opening prayer.
It's a great privilege and honor. When I heard the voice of India conducting this, it really blessed my heart. Before I would pray, I would like to say, as Indian immigrants coming from a colorful and one of the most democratic nation on the globe, it's a privilege for us to be part of this country. As it says, America is a land of dreams. America is a land of opportunities. So God has allowed us and given us the privilege to come into this country and be a part of this country, be a part of what is happening, be a part of voice. I like when Brother Johnson named it as the voice of India. So my humble request as a fellow Indian, as a fellow immigrant is we need to be a voice of Indian community in this nation, supporting the right cause. Let's support the voice of India community activities, what they're trying to do. They're trying to help the Indian community. I've been in this country for 17 years. I have never seen any initiative like this one helping the Indian community in various topics, law and order, immigration, so on and so forth. But, I just want to encourage each one of us, especially the Indian community people who have become the citizens of this country, to go out there and vote. That is the most important thing. So before I pray, I'd like to say, the Bible says when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. When the righteous people are in authority, people rejoice. So that is what we need to strive for.
Jason Lewis promised us fight for immigration and law and order. Public order and safety is the first duty of government. But elected official Jason opponent Tina Smith enthusiastically endorsed Ilhan Omar. Ilhan Omar has no respect for this country. I will work closely with Jason Lewis and Heidi Smith staff, and I'll continue to do after they win November 3rd for immigration issues. I'd like to thank them for giving us a platform to voice our concern. Indian immigrants do not get any benefits from the government, even not paying taxes, and wait for many years to get green cards, even though they are contributing so much to the economy. This shows how much the Democrat Party took complete advantage of hardworking, tax-paying, and law-abiding Indian immigrants. The number of H-1Bs during Obama presidency was high because of our taxes was used to pay their vote bank and their social programs. During the 8 years of Obama, EB3 backlog applications only processed from 2002 to 2004. This application only moved 2 years. Within 2 years of Trump coming into office, the number of EB3 processing green cards moved from 2004 to 2009. This is 5 years. Unprocessed backlog applications processed within 2 years. This is the different Trump administration did to Indian immigrants. I want to say this to Democrat Party and leaders. Indian immigrants demand S386 bill passed so that 7% country cap is removed. Only President Trump can bring in radical change in our immigration system, and that will help Indian immigrants. Why Indian immigrants should support Republican Party? Let me tell you a few reasons. Democrats are very anti-India, with President Trump has friendly relations with India. President Trump wants trade, science and technology cooperation with India. President Trump wants to sell advanced weapons system to India for defense against China and Pakistan. For these past few months, all of us have been witness how our cities are and communities are being destroyed due to the lawlessness. The Democrat Party is not our father party. It is a dangerous political mission that wants to control every aspect of our lives. My dear friends, do not repeat what happened during Obama presidency, where Indian immigrants were just law-abiding, hard-working, and tax-paying slaves in this country, while other immigrants and refugees are enjoying the benefits from the government. Many of our fellow immigrants are still waiting to get the green cards for years due to heavy backlog caused between 2008 and 2016. The Republican Party support law and order lower taxes, legal and merit-based immigration, and a restriction on abortion. Let's use this platform to make our voices heard in Congress and Senate and electing President Trump and Republican Party candidates. Dear friends, this country gave me so much identity and blessings. Landed into this country with two suitcases and I fulfill my American dream. And the time has come. I need to give back to this country through VOAC community services, such as my heart is there, support veterans and also veteran causes. We love to serve the old age homes and also love offerings and gifts to the old age home people. Help care for the homeless and bring them hope. I would love to support cancer research organization, and this is very special to me. My wife is a cancer survivor. We would love to plan organize Love Feast from VOAC in 2021. All the above community services will be provided in every, irrespective of race, religion, and nationality.
It's a pleasure and honor to be with you today, and I appreciate the fine introduction. And I do represent Southern Minnesota, the first district. That's all the counties that border with Iowa, and it includes cities like Rochester, where we have the finest institution of medicine in all the world. I also appreciated the words about how important this country is and how it's the greatest nation on earth and how we provide so many opportunities and that we can't lose it. And frankly, this election offers up a stark contrast. If the liberal Democrats are elected, they're going to transform America into some sort of socialist state. We will never recognize America again. Under the leadership of President Trump and Republicans, I guess including myself, we're trying to do it a different way. We want to preserve the vision and dreams of the founding fathers of America and offer everyone from this point forward the ultimate hope and freedom and liberty. Under the leadership of President Trump and Republicans, we will always stand up for law and order. We will always stand with our police, and we'll continue to do everything we can to support those who protect and serve our communities.
Thank you so much for having me. And it's been a great opportunity to and Johnson, thank you so much for your leadership here with this team and the invitation. We are a pro-business, pro-education, pro-family district. So a couple of years ago, when I started seeing that type of behavior, I decided to enter the race. I've never run for public office. I've served in the Army for 5 years and spent the rest of my time in the corporate world. I spent the last 2 years as a commercial leader for a healthcare startup. We have an artificial intelligence company. It's a spin out of Washington School of Medicine in St. Louis. And we focus on helping cancer patients have the information they need to make more informed decisions about treatment. One of the things that we want to take a look at is what can we do using private market examples that are happening in the marketplace today to help lower cost of higher education. That's one factor. The other factor is incentivizing.
75% of all my overseas business is done with India, so it's very dear to my heart. And in fact, I did a speech there in 2016. I went over to India, and I was very, very new at speaking in public. And I got done with this very uncomfortable speech, and the chief minister came up to me and he says, "You're the only guy I know that can do a speech with Prince, Eagles Band." The summer of 2016, I ended up meeting Donald Trump in a private meeting, and the conversations we had, he says, "I want to bring the jobs back like you do at My Pillow, Mike." And we talked about that, and I talked about addiction, and I said, he says, "Well, I'm going to stop the drugs pouring in," and we talked about the economy and all these things we talked about. I walked out of that meeting, it was just him and I go, he's going to be the greatest president in history if he really follows through on all these things. Well, everyone knows, he did.
Thanks, everyone. Glad to be with you this morning. And yes, I'm running to make Ilhan Omar's first term in office, her last term in office, and stop the embarrassment that she's been causing this district, this state, and this country. I align with a lot of the basic principles of this organization. Currently, right now, I have an opportunity zone venture fund going where we're bringing companies to North Minneapolis and hundreds high-paying jobs. So that's a belief of mine also. And if you think about freedom, it also involves the area of education, where we should have freedom of choice. Right now, especially during the pandemic, where a lot of children are learning at home, they need various types of services that they're not getting right now. And our public schools are giving them one size fit all. And once again, if we had competition, we would have other organizations and entities, perhaps businesses, offered more freedom of choice in education also.
All right. Well, hey, I want to first thank Johnson for helping put this on, and I appreciate you reaching out to me and congratulating my wife and our newborn baby. My name's Tyler Kistner, born and raised Minnesotan. And as every other candidate was saying, and as it continues to echo throughout this forum, I mean, I was raised on those Minnesota values and really those family values that kind of hold this nation true and really make the Midwest the foundation for American values here, with the focus on family and those conservative values. And I served 9 years active duty in the Marine Corps, served most of that in Marine Special Operations, where I deployed overseas 4 times, gained a tremendous amount of experience in national security strategy, foreign policy, working with U.S. ambassadors and foreign dignitaries, but then also got the privilege to work with Congress in the legislative process. And as a servant leader, I look to be a resource to the constituents of the 2nd Congressional District. For those who don't know what it is, it's all of Scott County, Dakota County, Goodhue, and Wabasha, so the southern Twin Cities.
First of all, my sincere thanks to Johnson Garu and Praneeth and other people, VOIC, Voice of Indian Community, to give me such a great opportunity to represent myself in this call. Right now, I'm a director of a information technology company. As well, myself, I'm a government representative for a state which is very predominantly agriculturally dominated and more resourceful for IT, state called Andhra Pradesh. I represent their government representative for North America to Canada and to United States of America.
Thank you to the member of the panel for joining us today. Kendall Coles, Jim Hagedorn, Danny Naidu, Tyler Kistner, Lacey Johnson, Mike Lindell. If anyone is interested in helping donation with any of their campaigns, please contact the Voice of Indian Community and we will be happy to put you in touch with the campaign of your choice. I'd like to thank Voice of Indian Community, media and support team for their hard work and dedication. And last but not the least, I would like to thank the Indian community who joined from across various states after seeing our event on different social media platforms. Thank you for spending your valuable time and for showing your support for wonderful cause. Together we can fight, together we can win. Working to make Indian Americans one of the strongest vote banks in US, that is one of the goal of VOAC. Once again, my name is Johnson Madamu. If you have any questions or concern that you want to raise to the Voice of Indian Community, please email us info@voiceofindiancommunity.org. God bless you. God bless the United States of America. Thank you all.